My hair looks so fucking stupid right now. Battery's almost dead. Good, because I don't have a whole lot to say. You know what I wanted to say, real quick? Is this going to be a complete video? No. I'm working on my record right now. Here's a little tour around the room. Wow, keyboards, guitars, computers, and erection equipment, boner equipment, microphones, wow. Here's all I wanted to say. This album has not been fun for me to make. Sounds so stupid, doesn't it? You know what? It's really true, though. Why is it true? I thought you love recording, Peter. Look about my hair. Okay, enough about my hair. You love recording, though. Yeah, it used to be my favorite thing. It's not anymore. I still like it. I like the finished result, but here's what happened, okay? When you're young and you're recording, you work on your shit, you get in the studio, you discover so much. It's so much fun. So fucking cool to just start fucking around with stuff. And maybe you're not even that great of a musician because you're still young, right? So anyhow, you work on your shit and you're like, wow, this is fucking awesome. This sounds so cool. And you're just having fun. You're just making stuff and you're just having fun, right? I don't need my nipples in the shot, okay? So the end result sometimes is cool, but you know, you listen to it 10, 20 years later and you're just like, wow, well, that does sound cool. I usually look back, if I look back at like Gypsy Kiss, I do like a lot of like the sounds and stuff. But sometimes it's just like, wow, I would do that so much differently now. I would do so much better now, which I know some artists, Jeff Lynne of Electric Light Orchestra and many other people I could think of, some whom I know personally, want to go back and remake the same song for fucking 4, 5 years, 10 years, which to me is like, you know, it's fucking utterly ridiculous because it's kind of anti-progress in my opinion. So here's what's different now. Why isn't it? Part of why it's not fun, okay? And by the way, when you listen to my record, the new one that's coming out hopefully in October, double vinyl, first time ever doing a vinyl, I mean, the depressing stuff isn't fun. It's depressing, but I mean, I don't think, hopefully the recording technique and the inspiration, the inspo, and just what went into it, the love, you know, the excitement, the songwriting, everything that I've been doing for a year comes through and you just hear it and like it. So you're never gonna know about this stuff, but just to give you an example right now, I just spent, this is a Martin. It's a pretend Martin D28, it's a Guild actually, but I just spent such a long time working on this song and I'm just working on one intro guitar part, which first I did a shootout between the Ibanez and this, which is a Guild. It's a pretend Martin, I call it. And then after the shootout, which, you know, the shootout, if that's not self-explanatory, I'm listening and I'm just saying which guitar is a better guitar for this part. Sometimes it's very obvious, sometimes it's not. You're lucky if it's obvious because then you don't have to spend much time clicking, listening. And the more you do that, the more fucked up you get and the less perspective you have. I did that. And now I'm just working on a verse, working on one verse, okay, on the acoustic guitar for it. And it's like, set up the fucking channel, right? Plug in the fucking mic, get the placement going with the fucking mic, figure out which preamp you're gonna use. I'm pretty much just using this Vintech right now. I'm not using this Millennia for the time being because it's kind of noisy. Get your compression right, listen back. Demoitis. Don't even get me started on demoitis. But it doesn't sound as good as the demo track. Fuck that. You'll fuck your head up. I've fucked my head up. Anyhow. So now I just got done spending all this time working on the verse. I'm bitching. No, maybe if you like my music, maybe you'll find this interesting. I hope you like my music. I just spent all this time recording these guitars, and then I was like, I wonder if it'll sound better on the Guild, because I didn't do a shootout. I just assumed the Ibanez was going to be fine. I play the Guild just in the room, and right away I'm like, yeah, this is good. Fucking sounds better in the room, and I'm like, let me record it. Sure enough, it's better for the part in this song. One intro guitar part, that is this, by the way. It's that and the verse part, which is just like a simplified version of that. Simplified because there's vocals over it and I don't want it to be too distracting. I've been working on that motherfucker for nearly 3 hours. Now, some of you might say that's fucked up, you're fucking up the process. I'm not a perfectionist either, by the way. Like, I am hesitant to compromise, and I do try to avoid compromise. But for perfectionism doesn't really end up making you happy, and I don't think makes a good record, because you're kind of squeezing the human element out of it. So I guess I wanted to, I'll talk more about why it's not fun for me to record anymore. But it doesn't matter that it's not fun. I don't do it because it's fun. I do it because this record, which again, I wrote, I think 18 or 19 songs, and I picked the best 10. I'm still going to release the ones that didn't make it because I still like them. They're just going to be called, like, maybe I'll call the album The Cutting Room Floor, or songs that didn't make it on It's All Ending or something. So I picked the best 10 and I'm working on them. I've been working on this one song, just the vocals on this song, for 2 weeks. What does that mean? That means I go and I sing the whole thing. It takes me usually 2 to 3 days, and then I still end up singing more. A billion fucking takes. There's a big difference. I used to do like 5 or 6 takes and then comp them. That's composite if you're not hip to the term. Basically means chop them up and take your 5 best takes and take them all, the best pieces from them, and make one really good take. Now I'll sit here and I'll have like 30 takes, and the last 20 are not any better than the first 10. I'm just fooling myself. And then I'm fucking comping them, I'm tuning them. There's a million fucking harmonies. Shit takes forever. And it's stressful, and part of the reason why it's stressful, maybe I won't make another video, maybe this is all I have to say about it. I still, when I listen back, I'm like, whoa. Like, I'll take a few weeks break from one song, and I'll listen to it in my car, and I'll be like, whoa, it was worth it. Because it is. And it doesn't matter that it's not fucking fun. I don't think it has to be fun anymore. You know what I do for fun? I put on a Teletubby costume, and I go into Walmart. That's not a joke, I actually do that. And I dance. I go swimming for fun. I exercise for fun. I ride my bike, I juggle, I read, I play video games once in a blue moon for fun. I watch Babylon 5 for fun. There's no shortage of fun in my life. It's one of the most important things, okay? I'm always trying to have fun. Recording this album is like, please God, even though I don't believe in one, take me away from it and just like distract me in some way. Let me look at the phone. Let me go to this kitchen, pull out the drawer and where I keep my phone and look at the phone and see if anybody messaged me. Let me look at the websites a million times. You know what I have? I have one focus. You know what that is? That's an app blocker. I have to turn on to block myself from fucking leaving working on my music stuff to go on the fucking internet, okay? That doesn't tell you something. Yeah, distraction's a problem, but last point here, okay, in this brief little video. Last thing I want to say is that, you know why it's fucking stressful, even though I'm not a perfectionist? Because it's a recording, okay? What does that mean? It's fucking recorded. It's a fucking record of what you did in the room, how well you did it, how well you could have done it, and you're not going back. I'm never gonna go back and fucking re-record songs. I've never done that. I'm never going to. Never say never. I'll say it right now. I am never gonna go back and fucking re-record. Okay, there's one exception. I recorded an Hourly Continuum song called She Died. That was for a Corpse Smoke record. I consider that doing a different version though. It was not a re-recording. So that's a lot of pressure. You don't think about it, and especially, I don't even have that many listeners. There's not many people who like my music. Well, boo-hoo. I know, it's a fucking sad scene. Maybe one day. I hope I live to be like 80, and then once I die, I'd love to be 100. I'd love to be a billionaire and have life extension technology and live forever. But I'm not. So I'll probably be dead by what is the actuarial table saying these days, 82, right? Hopefully I beat that. Maybe not, Anyhow, what the fuck am I talking about? The pressure comes from you're recording it now. This is a record of it. And yet that fucking intro riff. I didn't even play it that good there. I'm gonna be hearing that for the rest of my life. This song's called Given to Me. The kid is not Picasso, but that don't stop him trying. He clocks the purity and can't escape the pole. She could be walking backwards, it wouldn't cross his eyes none. If Mona Lisa's pretty, she's a different class. The kid has found his castle and all his dreams are glowing. I don't even remember the fucking lyrics. You know what I do? I have them memorized. You do this. That's what you do, okay? Anyhow, point being, I'm gonna hear the motherfucker for the rest of my life, so I want it to be as good as possible. Otherwise, I'm gonna be kicking myself. And eventually, look, when I'm in it, when I'm in the process, imagine you caring about my recording process. I can't imagine you caring about it, but let's pretend you do. When I'm in the process, I'm much more critical than when I'm listening back. Because when I listen back to shit, I'm just like, wouldn't change a thing. I mean, that's not true, but you know, I'm never like, oh, the tone isn't right, or I didn't play it well enough, you know? You know what the real purpose of this video was? To distract myself, and now I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna go back to recording this one guitar riff. 3 hours working on 2 guitar parts. Shouldn't be that way. I mean, look, if you do it, you do it. I do it. There is absolutely something to be said about doing something fast. So when I write these songs, when I make the demos, you better fucking believe this shit is fast. And then it's just like, you know, it's sloppy. That's all. Sometimes sloppy is good, but typically in my finished recordings, you don't hear much sloppy unless it's intended to be there. And the reason is because I don't want it to be sloppy. I want it to be good.